initially came in as a welder firefighter on the ship. And I did that for a while, and that was pretty fun. I went to Kuwait, and I was on the border of Iraq. Basically, I'm the chaplain's assistant. We set up further services, and we do all the administrative stuff for them. But if we get mobilized and we're out in the desert or wherever, we become their bodyguards, because chaplains are not able to carry weapons. And so we're a combatant. So if you can imagine me with my M16, my 9mm, and all the flat gear, and Nathan's been really good to me. I've been all over the world. Amazing experience. When I came back from Kuwait, I started getting sick and having a hard time eating, and I was having some not so sexy symptoms. And I ended up having a colon disease, and it's called ulcerative colitis. And I was just losing so much blood and so sick. So they ended up removing my whole colon, and then they replumbed me. Basically, they just took my small intestine and pulled it and made it into a J, like under your sink. And then I had some cancerous stuff going on, cervical, and I spent most of that year in the hospital and in bed. And then, 2011, I had thyroid cancer. So they removed my thyroid and all the lymph nodes in there. So I was in a deep, dark pit. Divorce and all this stuff was happening, and then, my organs are coming out. It was horrible. But after a few months, I thought, this is boring to be depressed. It's not helping anything. I'm making everybody else miserable. I'm miserable. I just need to suck it up. And that's kind of where roller derby helped also. I discovered derby when it wasn't really a team yet. There were only about seven of us practicing. And so I helped start it. It was a great way to kind of flip off the health gods that kind of screwed me. I love it. And I have a great team, wonderful team. And there are only a few of us that are left over from the original group, but we just keep getting some wonderful people in. I like to try everything. I got into welding. I went to welding school just because it sounded fun. And I started violin lessons. Maybe I was 7. Did I say 7? 6 or 7, something like that. I gained so much from playing. And I just think music transcends all generations and all cultures. So if you have nothing else in common, you could find some kind of ground with music. I wanted to try blacksmithing, so I'm trying to build a forge right now. I like to shoot guns. It's fun. I scuba dive. So that was a huge, huge passion of mine for a long time, was scuba diving and marine archaeology. So I've been trying to finish a degree in that. I just like to try everything. And I want to, die knowing that I've done and lived, as much as possible. I just think you need to live as much as possible. We only have one time, one chance. I'm really happy. I'm happy with who I've become. I think I have a pretty good life. And continue to. So, it's lucky me.